Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
And we are not water parks. We're so sorry.
I'm sorry.
But can we talk about today?
I would love to talk about today.
Just since we brought up water parks, let's just talk about what happened today.
Let's just talk about water parks. Today is a water parks only episode.
Why the fuck did I go on Twitter? I made a low effort tweet saying that their new album was going to be the album of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And Austin liked it right away. This motherfucker
Terrifying.
Doesn't follow us, nothing. Second like on the tweet. Parks, couple more down, says, hey, what's up? Likes it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like what? I'm trying to eat dinner like 4
2
hours
later. Yeah.
these motherfuckers are like, hey, you want to retweet? Oh, our go live thing was still water parks time.
Oh no!
So that's awkward.
Well, we're still talking about water parks.
We are currently talking about water parks. So yeah, that's been our day so far.
So water parks loves us.
Water parks come on the podcast. Like, I swear to God, Austin needs to put in a good word for us because clearly we don't have the pull to pull this off ourselves.
Yeah,
unfortunately,
and it sucks because Austin said he said sure, why not? in his little Austin voice.
Austin has
like,
no pull
come
though.
on the podcast.
Like just in a Discord call, this guy has zero pull.
And it's so Austin, just come on the pod. Jeff too. Jeff,
we
please.
currently have 60 viewers, just in case you were wondering.
Parks isn't here, guys.
Parks isn't here. You can leave.
Yeah.
So outside of today, I always ask, did you attend any live music? In case you missed it, middle of a panini, very crazy. But I watched the Korn live stream this past weekend. And it was easy. Now, granted, this thing was $20.
Why?
I don't know why, but they did it at the Stranger Things drive-into experience in LA or whatever.
So cool. Yeah.
And it was super sick. This was easily like the most put together live stream I've watched.
Really?
So with that being said, like the stage was like a U. That's how big it was, and it's a very big rooftop. And they only used like the smallest portion of it. I thought it was pathetic. Two of the guitarists went on the other side of the stage once.
Yeah, they're out of practice.
But I thought that the stream itself was very cool, the setup and everything. And the set list was not the same 12 songs that they play on every single tour.
God.
They played all sorts of shit. I was like sitting here, I'm like, oh my God. I saw the set. I checked the set list. I checked the set list while I was at work. I was like, holy shit. That's a lot of good songs. And then the stream started and it was so produced that Jonathan Davis kind of sounded like shit.
No.
Like just kind of, because like it was, they focused so hard on the production that like I like Korn because like the vocals are rough and everything kind of sounds kind of rough, even though they've been a band for almost 30 years and they're on a major label and everything. But the live stream itself was just so produced. But I'm not saying it was bad or anything. Set list in of itself was fantastic. I just think that John kind of sounded like shit.
Oh, well,
I'm sorry, Jonathan.
Sorry, John.
And since we're famous now, Jonathan, since you're watching, come on the podcast anyway.
Yeah, even though Shane just insulted your live vocals.
Listen, to be fair, the man hasn't performed in like a year and a half. They haven't been in the studio. They just finished writing their album.
Yeah, I was gonna say you never know.
But Brian Head didn't know that they had finished writing the album. They all do interviews individually. So Jonathan was like, we just finished the album. And then Head was like, we did it. We finished an album.
We what?
I was like, that's pathetic.
Oh, well, he tried.
He tried.
It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. We really clickbaited these Parksies by accidentally not changing the...
I forgot to change it.
I forgot that we like changed the entire channel for the Q&A. So I made the title earlier today and forgot to change the go live notification. So mental note to do that next week.
Time. Marks is not here. Just a disclaimer. Austin will not be. Well, I mean, unless he wants to, but he will not be popping up mid-episode. This isn't like a little ooh.
And Parks hasn't dropped anything, so we have nothing to talk about outside of the fact they've been on our account all day.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
News.
Anyways, of course we already spoke about it, but MGK did a packed out show.
He played a packed out show and then announced the tour today.
I hate him so much.
And then this man announced half the tour that it's not even confirmed.
I don't know why he's doing what he's doing, but you know, he made money, so he's gonna keep doing it.
He certainly made money, this man.
Yeah.
As
But is
if
it worth
he
it?
needed
Because
any
his
more.
reputation's ruined now.
As if he ever had a reputation. He got kicked out of rap. That
Yeah, you're
that is
right.
his reputation.
We gotta kick him out of alternative
Pop
music
punk.
now. Pop punk. I wouldn't even. He is every worst part of pop punk, so I wouldn't even put him in that category.
Yeah. Hey, Gloria,
So-
you wanna talk about some tunes from this week?
Yeah, let's talk about some tunes.
All right, so Tilian dropped an album, Factory Reset. Now when we chat, we've chatted about Tilian, we've chatted about the singles he's put out, we've chatted about his band, Dance Gavin Dance, and the album that they dropped last year, which Gloria and I both did not enjoy.
Sorry.
But this album, I did enjoy this record. The thing is, Tilian's vocals do not fit in that post-hardcore kind of vibe that Dance Gavin Dance is going for.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a good fit for that band at all. But his solo work, I enjoyed this record. I listened to it like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Like when he finally announced it, I remember sending it to you. You did not give a shit when I sent it to you, but I was like, hey, look at this. This is going to be really good. I'm telling you right now. I love the singles. Like, this is going to be really good. And Gloria was like, cool. I don't give a fuck. The vinyls look cool though.
Exactly. They do. And if I listened to this type of music, I would have gotten a couple, but I know I would have regretted it and canceled the order like 5 minutes later. But you know, so I'm assuming you liked it.
I did enjoy it, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I thought this was good. I didn't expect it to be like not like hardcore, not hardcore, but you know, just kind of like, for some reason the name Tilian is like, oh, this is gonna be like hardcore, deathcore, whatever. I don't know. That's just what my brain told me. So I was like,
pop.
Okay, literally. So I was like, oh, yo, this is actually kind of cool. This is the type of music I can get behind. So I always say I'm going to try and revisit this. And I usually don't revisit it, even if I'm like, no, I promise this time. I always forget as soon as like we stop streaming. But this one, I'm actually going to try and make an effort.
Conscious effort.
Yeah. Don't hold me to that though, because I'm probably going to forget.
Wasn't going to.
Thank you, because I think I've already forgotten. So... Lilith Czar released a new album created from filth and dust. This album, powerful. I literally like.
It was.
Oh, it's so powerful. It's just, every single song, even like the slower acoustic songs, just have so much power and like, not wisdom, but just like,
just some oomph to it.
Literally, it's just like it's so strong of an album that when I was listening to it, I was like, "Yo, okay, this is sick. I can get behind this."
She's always had that kind of thing, though. Even when she was just doing music under her like solo project, Juliet Sims, she's always kind of had that like oomph to her. Like,
yeah,
I saw her live, I was like, she's powerful, man. Like,
literally
in your face.
Wait, you saw her live?
I saw her on the Rockstar Disrupt Fest tour in 2019, from very far away.
Yeah,
but
wait,
I did.
So how was her stage presence? Because I can only imagine just listening to studio stuff.
Well, she just kind of stood there and kind of hung out. And like moved, like she's not jumping around and shit.
Okay.
But it was also like 2 p.m. in the afternoon, so like,
oh, you can't go that hard.
like you can't go that hard. The people aren't there to mosh quite yet. But I did enjoy this record, and the Edge of 17 cover was cool as well. I picked that out right away. I was like, that right there, that's good. I can get behind that.
That's a good one.
But even what was the song, Lola or whatever, that she dropped as a single?
Oh. That one was so good.
That was not good as a single at all, but I know I said, and you made fun of me when I said this, that it was going to be better in the context of the album. And I was right. Look at me.
But you always say that.
And I'm always right when I say that.
No,
except with
Corey Taylor.
Except with the, what the hell is the name of the album? Not Corey Taylor.
Well, you were wrong with that one.
The San Atlantic record. I still fucking hate that song.
Yeah, Drink to Drown. It's such a sad song. It's too sad. You went too far.
Can we talk about how they got a song coming out already? The album hasn't even been out for a year.
Are you serious? I feel like it's been a year.
No, it came out in like what, August or September? And
oh my god, yeah, that's close.
The song comes out at the end of the week. I'm gonna shit my pants, bro.
Oh.
Gonna be a big cleanup. Chapel dropped an EP, Room Service, and these motherfuckers do not miss. Not once.
So much. If you haven't listened to Chapel already, you need to listen to them because they're already big. They're gonna blow up even more with this EP, or at least with the album that they're gonna release eventually. I don't know when that's coming out. I mean,
Carter doesn't even know.
Carter doesn't even know. We asked him. We were like, when is it coming? He was like, I don't know.
He's like,
Gave us very broad.
He's like, that's a great idea. He's like,
exactly.
sometime between now and the end of the world.
and 2 years. And we're just like, that's. Anyways, this EP is amazing, and it's the best EP I've ever heard.
I wouldn't go that far, but
it is.
But this EP was pretty banging.
Yeah, you have Bring Me the Horizon. I have Chapel.
Yeah, I mean, but I've had this one on loop. My only problem with this is that it's only 9 minutes long.
Literally, it's only 4 songs.
Yeah, like, it's great that they put out more content, and especially the way that they rolled it out. Granted, as much as I hate when bands do that, like just rolling out singles and being like, oh, we have one more song, and the EP is coming out. It was a way for them to kind of make content. And I said that during the interview too, and he was like, yeah, even if I hated the rollout. So, especially considering they've been in hibernation since like what, 2018 or whatever.
17, yeah.
Oh, oof, God.
Yeah.
They
haven't released anything since 2017.
Well, they had those singles for the
EP.
album that they started putting out.
Exactly, yeah. I'm so angry. They don't deserve that. And then I don't want to ruin the interview we did. But
yeah, it's only like 13 minutes long. You can't spoil it all.
Exactly. That's what I'm like. I want to say a lot of things, but just like this EP was very good.
Yeah,
exactly. The EP was very good. You need to listen to it.
Their discography is about 30 minutes long. You just gotta listen to the entire thing. Quite frankly,
exactly. That's an album on itself.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Speaking of bands and artists to keep your eyes on, and don't miss, Glimmers dropped an EP, Worlds Apart. What the heck? Banger! This was amazing. This was a fantastic EP, and we spoke to Glimmers. It's also
not out yet.
We're really backed up with interviews right now.
Not as bad as we were like last year though. Like I've only got like 3 rows worth of folders sitting on my hard drive instead of like 5 or 6.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's because we're doing like a week's worth of interviews in a day.
Well, yeah. Now we're doing a week's worth of interviews in a week.
Yeah,
or 2 weeks worth.
Yeah. So we're getting better.
The one thing I didn't expect from this EP was to have the acoustic version of Not Good at Goodbyes on the EP. I seriously thought that was just going to be like a thing for extra content that they were going to put out and not kind of tack on in the end there. But I enjoyed this EP. I've said it every single time that they don't fucking miss, and
they do not.
Hearing it in full, they were another band that did it like Chapel did, rolling out one single at a time, but they also had the stories with the music videos to go along with it,
which was really cool. Yeah,
that was very cool as well.
See, I like that you brought up the acoustic bit at the end, because I actually really enjoyed that, because I felt like it tied the entire EP together, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was just a good ending, because it's a song that you already recognize. It's not just kind of like a sad song. It's just something, well, it is sad. The entire EP is sad. But it's something you can recognize and just kind of like vibe out to, and you could just choose whichever one you like better. And it still goes towards the streams of the EP. It's not just like a completely new thing. Yeah. So that's my stance on it. I'm defending that. Weezer.
You introduced the last one. I want to do the long Weezer.
Oh, there you go. Go do it. Go do
it. Weezer. Dropped a single. I need some of that.
Horrible title.
This is
what were you thinking?
This is up there with that Offspring title.
Oh, we don't
we don't have sex anymore.
Horrible. Stop them all. God, this song was good though.
This is better than Okay Human.
Oh yeah, that's what I said. You were gonna steal my thing.
Yeah, I stole your thing. You stole the topic. I steal your thing.
Lord. Anyways, the thing that I originally said, this song is better than the entirety of Okay Human. So that's all I have to say to that. If you liked Okay Human, just listen to this and you'll be like, well, yeah, this is better. Not saying that Okay Human's bad, it's just it wasn't what we wanted.
Well, Okay Human was them like experimenting with shit, which is crazy for a band that's been around for that long to kind of still experiment.
There's still stuff for you to experiment with?
Yeah, it's wild to me. Whereas Van Weezer is definitely going to go back to that guitar-driven Weezer.
Wait.
I'm sure that this one, considering the name is Van Weezer, is going to have a more hard rock, like old rock influence on it. I'm only just taking a wild stab in the dark, considering we've heard a couple of singles and the title is called Van Weezer.
Van Weezer, yeah.
But yeah, this COVID shit's got all sorts of album cycles just whacked up. Like this album cycle started in 2019.
Yeah, and we're still going.
This is our
third single.
It's finally coming out in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Can't wait to lay my ears on it. I'm not excited for it at all because I'm not a Weezer fan.
You're not excited for?
Well, I mean, I'm excited enough because like I didn't like OK Human, but like out of all of the things that were kind of announced alongside the Hella Mega Tour, which was also announced almost 2 years ago.
Oh my god. Yeah,
this is the thing that I was least excited for from the beginning, because when we spoke about the Hella Mega Tour was one of the first things we got to talk about for this podcast. I think it was the first episode.
It was the first episode.
And I still stand by what I said, which was that the Weezer song that came out with that was my least favorite.
Yeah.
Out of the three. So, I mean, it's kind of always been on my radar. But like, I mean, I'm going to listen to it, but it's not like I'm going to stay up until 12 o'clock to listen to it. Like, I'll go to bed. Like, if there's nothing else to listen to, I'll just go to bed and listen to it on Monday.
Yeah. I think, as you mentioned, like, a lot, because of COVID and everything, a lot of album cycles are messed up. What happened to Fall Out Boy? Because they released a single.
I don't think Fall Out Boy was in the middle of an album cycle, though. I just think that they were the only band that had recently released something. I mean, granted, Weezer might have recently released something when that tour was announced.
I'm pretty sure they did. That was the Black
on
album.
Like an every year album cycle kind of shit. But they had just put out a record and are on like a 2 to 3 year album cycle. So I think that this year is the year we're gonna see. Not All Time Low. God, dear God, no. Fall Out Boy.
Close enough.
Panic at the Disco. My Chem. We're seeing the 21 Pilots release. Paramore is going to put out an album. Oh my God,
I'm so excited for that.
I think that all of those big, like, Fueled by Ramen, and My Chem is on, what's the fuck's the label? Reprise. We're going to see those bands all put something out. My Chem is the only, like, obvious shot in the dark here, but I think they've got something cooking.
You know what's happening.
Yeah. But I think that all of those bands, they're all due for records because they, obviously outside of My Chem, had all put out records around the same time a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So they're all kind of on an album cycle together of like 3 years or so.
Exactly. They're all going to sync up again like how they did in 2019, as you said. Well, actually, no, it was 2018.
I think 21 Pilots is kicking it off. Haley Williams has been teasing Paramore 6.
Yeah,
and Fall Out Boy
they just announced it, didn't they? Well, not like Paramore, but like a news source or something announced and said Paramore 6 is coming.
Well, because Haley posted a screenshot of her and Zach talking about Paramore 6 in text messages.
Oh.
But we're getting super off topic. It doesn't matter, though.
It's okay.
Where the fuck? And Fall Out Boy has been doing interviews, and what's his face? Brendan Urie is the only one that's been silent because the internet's still lighting him on fire like 6 months later.
As they should.
But
don't let that man out.
I mean, he's going to drop something and just like, he's not going to address it. You know that. Like, he's going to drop a record and just not say anything.
Yeah. He's
in his eyes, he already addressed it. So whatever.
He did his part.
Yeah, he did his part. He thanked them for the bits and left it at that.
Somebody in the chat mentioned the whole Frank slipping up and saying all like 3 albums or whatever.
Well, yeah.
I would like to bring that up as well because come on, guys, you can't slip up now.
You can't slip up like that because this man has been leading us along for so long about the reunion and everything. Yeah. This little fucker, I want to have him on the podcast just to yell at him because this man has put me through so much pain, so much pain.
So much. And it's just like, how can you guys keep this reunion a secret for maybe like 5 years to then have Frank slip up in an interview and them not edit it out? You guys have been working so hard on this just for little old man Frank to just be like, oh, the past 2 albums.
Yeah, dude, it's like on. It's like we know it's coming. Is it going to come in the middle of the panini before the tour, or is it coming in 2023 when they finally wrap that tour up?
It's going to come before the tour because as much as people like the old stuff, people do want to go and hear new stuff.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I think the original plan for the reunion tour was just play old stuff, maybe like premiere a new song, and then go into that album cycle. They were going to go into like release it. Well, they could release a single like right after that. They can make the album cycle last as long as they want their My Chemical Romance.
Exactly.
And kind of squeeze it out long enough to kind of do like an early spring, summer release of this year.
Yeah. And
then go on a summer tour promoting that album.
See, what I thought they would have done was announce the tour, with, you know, the whole return, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then they, before the tour started, they were going to announce the album, drop the album with a couple singles, and then finish up that tour, go on another tour, probably drop another single or an EP or whatever, demos. I don't care. Drop whatever. And then finish up and then be like, okay, bye, that's it. And just leave.
I would sob if they just dropped one album and then disappeared again.
I think, dude, they're doing their own things now. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
well,
think this is a long time thing. I
Frank
think
is
this
the
was
only
just
one
to
that's doing
silence the
something that is like I think Electric Century is just a passion project. Gerard hasn't dropped anything of substantial value since 2016. Well, like, he's just been doing like singles and stuff. He's got the Umbrella Academy going, but in terms of music, he's only dropped one substantial body of work.
Yeah.
Ray has just been silent.
Ray's been working with Gerard.
Yeah, but Frank is the only one that's like doing something, but he was doing stuff while he was in My Chem. I already said I just think that Electric Century is like a passion project for him.
Sorry, my brain understood that as Frank's project.
No, Frank was doing music. He was touring for Lettermouth while in My Chem. So
that man's crazy. I can't even
insane.
imagine.
Yeah.
Dude, I love him.
All right,
Go
back
Frank.
to the tunes.
Cheer Up Dusty released a new single. This party is gonna ruin my life. Banger. I like this
was
a
good.
lot.
They've
Yeah,
gotten
this was
progressively better since when we interviewed them. Like, oh shit, who the fuck knows for the first
too
time?
Long ago. Yeah.
Too long ago. But they've gotten progressively better with these past couple singles. Jiraiya dropped a single, Flight of the Crows. Just missed just once. Missed just once. Another banger.
Literally. I want to say it again. If you haven't listened to Jiraiya yet, please check him out because he's gonna blow up. Literally, I'm saying
he's like
this right
on
now.
the verge of it. Like, it's any day now.
It's terrifying.
He's a
just
ticking time bomb.
Because you're like, when is everybody gonna find him? Because it's so close. Everybody knows that he's gonna blow up because he has the editing skills of just like literally animating stuff for music videos. That already like brings him out of the group. And then he's also like crazy talented with his voice. Come on. When is it gonna happen? Soon. This year.
Probably this year. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping he deserves it.
Yeah.
Danny
This song, man. This song.
Danny Gonzalez and Curtis Connor dropped a new single, In Love with a Creeper. And this was a train wreck and a roller coaster all at the same time.
When I saw that you put this on the playlist and I started listening to it, I'm like, what the actual fuck? Because this is not something that Glory would be like, hey, I listened to this.
I do.
Because just what the fuck? Like, I'm sitting here and I'm like turning purple just listening to it. Because I'm like, what the actual shit?
It's amazing. I love it.
It was definitely a song that I laid my ears on. It was good though. I definitely enjoyed it.
Very good.
It was hilarious. But just what the fuck, man? What the fuck?
I was so happy to see. I haven't been keeping up with Danny recently, like on his Danny Gonzalez channel. I follow him on his Danny Gonzalez channel. I do watch a couple of his Minecraft videos though, but I haven't watched his I think it's called Batty SMP. That's his Minecraft thing that he's doing with Curtis. It's amazing. I haven't watched any of those episodes yet, but when I saw that he was doing stuff with Curtis, I was like, oh, they're gonna make a song. Here it is. Didn't expect this though. As it was a story, as it was a roller coaster. I went through so many emotions. I'm so happy they, finally figured it out in the end. A little confused.
Scared.
It's amazing though. 10 out of 10.
11 out of 10. Come on the podcast.
Come on, please. I already tried to get him on the fest. You saw that, right?
Yes, I did. I came home one day and it's like, Glory, why'd you send Danny Gonzalez a DM? And you're like, because
I want him to be on the fest.
The Alchemist and Earl Sweatshirt dropped a single, Nobles.
This was good. It was a bit slow. I didn't expect it to be as slow, and it never picked up. So it was kind of like this is good, but I would have rather like a beat change. It was vibey. It was just kind of like I like when music kind of changes. Water Parks has conditioned me to like this stuff where it's just like it goes this part and then there's a completely like switched up part and then it goes back to the original. That's regular music, whatever. I just want to reference Water Parks.
You just explained music to us.
Exactly. Oh my god, it's a cool new concept. But it felt kind of flat. Because it was just one thing continuously. Maybe I need to listen to it again and I missed something, but it just didn't really stick out to me. I just wanted to put it on because I like Girl Sweatshirt. But this was a little I feel so harsh saying this. It was a little bit of a disappointment to me.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't my favorite. Like I not watched it. I listened to it. And I was like, this is like okay. Like it's not the worst thing I've ever heard. Certainly not the worst thing you've ever recommended to me. That In Love with a Creeper thing was pretty goddamn awful.
I love it.
But I'm like, this is just like all right. Like I'm not gonna go on there and trash because it's not bad. But it's like not good either.
Yeah, as I said, it just kind of fell flat.
It's not a single.
No. Beartooth released a new single, "Hell of It."
So true.
That was good. It was good.
So true. Yeah, the Beartooth record needs to come out faster. June 25th or whenever this comes out needs to come faster because we'll already have the Parks album by then. I'll already be burnt out of that by then. So now I can just go straight to the Beartooth record and listen to that 700 times, and then Paramore, My Chem, Panic at the Disco, and Fall Out Boy will drop albums back to back, and I'll just burn out of those, and that'll bring me to the end of the year.
I'm so worried. What if the Panic album's good?
That's my biggest fear.
Like, I trash on Brendan Urie a lot, and for the right reasons, you know? Panic Stannies, please do not interact. But I trash on him a lot. But then it's like, what if he turns around and releases like
a banger,
like something from like Vices and Virtues era? And I'm
what if he learns how to make music again?
Like, yeah, what if he relearns? What if Ryan joins the band again and he's just like, oh, you're messing everything up. Let me help you. And they do like Pray for the Wicked
Pretty
2,
Odd. Hyper Pop.
not
Pretty Odd.
Pretty Odd is
Pretty
bad,
Odd.
but I'd rather Pretty Odd than Pray for the Wicked.
I would take Pray for the Wicked any day.
Ew.
I just don't like Pretty Odd at all.
Keep
like, at
roaring
all.
20s to yourself.
More XD.
That is so bad.
The
it's
Devils
so bad.
Wear Prada dropped a single, Termination, and they got an EP coming out on none other than May 21st. Because why not? I don't know what I'm going to listen to first. I really don't.
You know you're going to listen to Devil Wears Prada.
Probably, because I'm really excited for this EP.
Exactly.
And
no, you're a Parksy first, though.
Yeah, but like I'm a metalhead first, Parksy second. I might have, but I also have pre-ordered the Parks album 13 times.
Yeah, you're listening. It would kind of be annoying if you didn't listen to the Parks album first, considering you have like 20 variants. Yeah, you better listen to it.
No, I'm waiting to get the vinyl so I can get the full experience.
Oh my god.
But now they did the butt rock thing for one album, like the hard rock butt rock shit, and I was like, they are following up one of the best metalcore EPs of all time, like in a month. And I'm like, if they do this butt rock shit for the second zombie EP, it's pitchforks straight to the Devil Wear Prada studio, because they're all dying.
It's just a stain on their discography if they continued that, you know.
And I'm happy to say they didn't do butt rock again. Look at that.
Yeah.
This song fucking bangs. It's heavy.
Did a complete 180. It was good. Yeah.
It was very good. I'm very excited for this EP, as I should be, because I spent like $40 on the vinyl and ticket combo.
Oh my god.
I'm very excited for this EP.
Where are you getting this money?
Well, I'm not getting it anymore.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, dude.
We're just out here. Today's been great.
Hi. Our Last Night released a new single, Winter.
I mean, I like this. It's definitely not my favorite thing that they put out. The album that they put out last year is like my favorite thing they've done. I hope they don't watch this, because it felt like they've always kind of been like generic metalcore, which isn't bad. I enjoy my generic metalcore. Wage War, fucking love them.
They're generic?
Yeah, they just do like the chugga chugga whatever bullshit.
Toot toot chugga chugga big red car?
Yo, Emma Wiggle? We interviewed Emma Wiggle.
If you haven't seen our interview with Emma Wiggle, go check it out.
But this one just felt a little bit more generic than what they've recently put out. And they're also just like a cover band. Like, quite frankly, that's just what they are, the metalcore cover band. When Rayanne showed them to me, I was like, you mean the cover band? Like
wait. Are they the people who covered, like, I think it was like Adore You or something?
Probably.
Yeah, they just like strictly do covers though.
No, they do covers and then also do their own original stuff.
Okay, because I know there's another band that does like only covers and stuff.
Rayanne had showed us that wanted us to talk about them all the time. Their name is slipping
Yeah.
in my mind.
But they were good. Those people.
Yeah, they weren't bad. But I mean, like I said, the song wasn't bad because I am a connoisseur of generic metalcore.
Yeah.
Obviously it bangs, and I'm excited for whatever they're putting out because I've had their 2020 album on loop since Rihanna shows me to them.
Mhm.
But I just thought this was all right. Not my favorite thing.
Yeah. I thought this was good. I personally don't remember their other release.
Well, we didn't talk about the 2020 record because I didn't know it came out. Until,
Good.
Yeah.
I was a little worried because I was like, this is embarrassing. Okay, then.
No, I'm just like, they dropped 2 EPs in 2019, put them together in an album with a couple extra things. And I didn't talk about it because I didn't know they existed at this point.
Yeah, that's fair. I thought this was really good, though. I don't, what'd you call this again? What genre?
Generic
Subgenre? Metalcore. I like metalcore now because it wasn't too heavy.
It wasn't.
But it's just like, it's like the perfect balance of like a little bit of heavy but it's still like listenable.
Yeah.
for me, because I don't listen to that type of music. So I liked it. I liked it a lot.
So true. So Hayley Williams dropped a cover of Color Me In.
Yeah.
Now, remember in between Petals for Armor and Flowers for Vases, she dropped a couple of covers.
Yeah.
What if that's what she's doing and we're going to get an LP3 and she drops 3 LPs in less than a year? I seriously think that's what's going to happen because she did a couple of covers, she did the Tiny Desk thing, and then put out Flowers for Vases. And she wants to do what Taylor Swift did. So the Folklore, Evermore, a couple months later, I think she's got another LP coming, like before May. Well, she dropped that album very early in May, though, of last year. So it could be like end of May, early June. I think we're going to have a third album. Now, I really haven't liked anything she's put out since Petals for Armor.
Wow, really?
Because I enjoyed Petals for Armor, but the covers were on the slower side. I enjoyed the Tiny Desk she did. And I like Flowers for Vases was good for what it was, but out of the 2 records she's put out, that's not what I'm going to come back to. Yeah. I prefer the more upbeat vibe of Petals for Armor, even if Flowers for Vases is a better album, like cohesive kind of thing. And I thought that this cover was okay, but once again, it's just got like that slow vibe to it. And she transitioned into the slow vibe with those couple of covers that she did. So I'm just glad that she's getting all the slow stuff out, so that we can like do the synth pop thing that she was doing for Paramore.
Just get it all out of the way.
And doesn't make like Paramore some slow project.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm not sure what to expect, but I think she's got another record coming, which is insane. Put out Paramore 6 already.
Yeah.
But we'll see. If she does drop another record, I called it here first.
Yeah. I actually really enjoyed this cover. I didn't know it was a cover, so I was like, "Oh, I finally!"
Before this.
Yeah, thank you, because I would have embarrassed myself. Like, this is the first Hayley song that I actually really enjoyed. It's a cover. I liked her take of it, so yeah, I really enjoyed it. If they do need to drop Paramore 6. I still haven't listened to a full Paramore album. Probably gonna get crucified on Twitter.
You have to change that.
Yeah, but I love Paramore. I'm just one of those people like, oh my god, I love Paramore. Have you listened to them? What's your favorite song? I don't listen to them. I love them.
Where you got to change that. First 3 records are.
Yeah,
but there's so much discourse over what their best record is. It's like still a heated debate.
Oh my god, because I'm a new person, I should listen to like everything, and then I should do a ranking.
And then we can argue about your ranking because it's probably going to be the wrong opinion.
Wow. Well, I like After Laughter because that's the one with like Fake Happy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. That's the only song I know. So, well, of course,
Misery Business.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good one.
Yeah, but the MGK cover is better.
Man, oh god.
Let's move on before I keep on bullying you for that.
Bob's, The Weeknd and Ariana Grande dropped a single/remix of The Weeknd's song "Save Your Tears."
I thought Ariana Grande added a good spin to this song.
I do. I also agree.
It took away like my favorite part of the song, which was like the synths.
Yeah.
But I think that this song could have used female vocals from the get-go.
100%. I really liked the kind of airiness that Ariana's voice kind of presented in this. It kind of added a bit of light and just the kind of like dark, smoky vibe that he has in this album. So I really enjoyed that a lot. It was really nice. I liked the contrast.
True.
That would be a better way to put it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ariana doesn't disappoint.
She doesn't disappoint, but she's always kind of had like that bubblegum kind of thing to her, like the bubblegum pop, and he's got like that darkness to his all his projects. So I think that it blended very well on this remix single thing that they put together.
Yeah, I feel like Twitter's gonna cancel you if you say that she's bubblegum pop. She's not bubblegum pop. She's just she has that type of voice
the
where
type
it's just
of voice,
like very bright. It's very bright.
Which I just associate with the bubblegum pop shit. Yeah. But she's just like straight up radio pop, if we're being honest.
Oh no. Well,
I mean, she's on the radio a lot, Glory.
It is.
And that's radio pop.
Okay. Move on.
Kulik dropped an acoustic version of "The Way I Am," off of his Coffee House Sessions EP that he's dropping this Friday. Yeah, I like this song as well. Pretty much the same thing we said last week about the last one.
It's an acoustic song.
It's an acoustic song. That was good.
Yeah, good job. Cool. August Burns Red dropped a new single, "Poor Millionaire."
So the thing they're doing now is they've got an album that's 10 years old. So they're re-recording the whole thing. They have not stopped. They've been crazy throughout 2020 and 2021 with all the shit they've been putting out. It's fucking insane. But I thought this song was good. I thought Ryan from Fit for a King added a nice touch to it. So I'm excited for the re-recording or whatever the hell they're doing over there.
Whatever they're doing over there.
They're just not stopping.
They need to take a nap. Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah. So it was okay. Attack dropped a new single.
Kawaii Cowboys.
I keep skipping. You can take mine. Here, just say it again.
Attack dropped a single, Kawaii Cowboys.
Whoa, they did?
Glory, this song.
You're getting kicked off the podcast.
Fucking fantastic.
I hate you.
Absolutely
so much.
Fantastic. They've got a real single dropping at the end of this week. Thank God. Because I'm kind of getting a little sick all my life. I could really use some new tunes. Maybe an album release date, or just an album release. But the song was just a fucking joke. Like, man, I don't fucking know. It's whatever.
Why? The album art's cute.
Fucking whatever. I want to loop the shit out of this and like get 1,000 plays, but that's not how I want to hit 1,000 plays on Attack because I've been listening to their 2010 album a bunch. Yeah, like the only thing I've been listening to.
Yeah.
The Sexual Man Chocolate, bro, fucking bangs. Turbo Swag.
Was a joke.
No, Turbo Swag, shit goes hard. For a song named Turbo Swag, shit goes hard.
It's pretty good.
Sexual Man Chocolate, you cannot name the song Sexual Man Chocolate and not expect it to bang. This shit goes so hard. So hard.
Okay. You can take the next one since I took the other one.
Of Mice and Men dropped a single, Bloom. They're doing kind of what Bring Me the Horizon is doing with those like EP projects, except I think that Of Mice and Men is doing three song EPs. We've already heard the first one, and we're going into the second one. A lot of people on Twitter are saying that this is some of the best work that Of Mice and Men has put out in a while.
Really?
I wouldn't say that much because I enjoyed the last EP a lot more than I've enjoyed the single so far. Because the single had like a lot, like the cover art had the darker vibe to it, and this song fit that cover art with the darker vibe.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was all right. I wouldn't go saying it's their best work ever or their best work in a while. But I'm excited for the EP because I'm slowly getting into them, and I've really been digging their newer stuff. So, yeah.
Watch as you're gonna look back at this, just be like, no, it was their best stuff.
I mean, it's quite possible.
Other stuff sucks.
When we hear the EP and it's like, or another single off the EP, because that's how they do it, like 2 singles, and they kind of do what Chapel did, 2 singles, and then the last single with the EP. It's quite possible when I hear the rest of the project, I'm like, okay, no, wait, Twitter was right. This is their best work since whatever album they're saying.
Yeah. Well, this was heavy.
It was heavy, yeah.
That's all I have to say. American Teeth dropped a new single, Fix You, and another single, E-Girl. Both of these I didn't expect this. I was expecting a corpse feature on the E-Girl one.
That would have fit.
It would have, yeah. I was disappointed by the fact I didn't hear Corpse, but it was still a pretty good song. I enjoyed it.
Both the songs are very good. He doesn't miss American Teeth.
No.
We interviewed him a while ago. You can go watch it if you want. It's on all the streaming services. We interviewed him at like 10 o'clock at night. We were both tired by then.
Yeah.
But both of these songs were very good. I enjoyed both of them. And I'm excited. I'm pretty sure he talked about like having a record during that interview. So I'm excited for...
We were both tired. We were just like...
Whatever
cool.
he's got coming next, whether it be record or just more singles. Hot Mulligan dropped a single.
Hot Molly.
Pop Shavit. All the meat, duh. This song title, man, a fucking train wreck.
Yeah.
0 out of 10 based on the song title alone because I had to stutter over it. But I enjoyed this song as well. We chatted about the record that they put out in 2020.
Oh, it was so good. I only listened to like the first song because I thought it was Never Meant.
We were still doing that kind of thing where like we listened to a couple of songs and then just kind of reviewed it based off that.
Wait, who was I thinking of then? Who was the one where I was like I got stuck on the first song because I thought it was Never Meant?
It might have been that album too.
Wait, was it the one with the person on the hill with the dog and they were in like
that's
a
the
red...
Mulligan record.
No, that was recent.
No, that was
we were listening to the full album.
Well, we might have listened to the full album, but I only listened to a couple of songs off it.
Come on, man.
This was still very, very early on. Like, we were barely on Twitter at this point. But we talked about that record. We said it was great, even if we had only kind of half listened to it. I revisited it since then. Because everyone on Twitter is still talking about it.
As they should. It was good. Even though, like, I got distracted after the first song because I thought it was Never Meant. I'm going to listen to Never Meant. It's such a good song.
But, yeah, I thought the song was good, and I'm excited for the EP that I think they're putting out the week after Parks Day, which is good. It might be Parks Day. Who knows? Like, everybody's putting out shit on May 21st. May 21st is going to be a 2-hour episode.
BTS is coming back on
We're going to have to talk about BTS.
I'm kind of excited. I didn't like Dynamite. Sorry, Army. I think that's the name. I didn't like Dynamite.
But all the K-popers are called Army.
No.
Okay, relax.
No.
Relax. Don't attack me over there.
No, because some of my friends are they listen to K-pop. So
I
I've
just
said
thought they're
that.
all just called different armies or whatever.
I
try to avoid
K-pop
Twitter.
I said that to my friend who's a K-pop stan, and they nearly killed me. So I'm just trying to save you from.
Please don't cancel us. I'm not well versed in K-pop culture.
K-pop. Yeah, but yeah. I'm sorry, I got lost. But
I'm very lost.
BTS. Yeah, they're coming back. Poor Water Parks, but I'm kind of excited. Most of BTS Army didn't even like Dynamite. Like they liked it and they pushed it. It was, I think, their most streamed song,
as they always do,
or something. I mean, they're crazy. But I think they said it's not their strongest song anyways. So anyway, yeah, whatever. 303 dropped 2 new singles, Lights Down Low and Wasted on Me, and these two were great. I prefer Wasted on Me though. Yeah,
these both bang, but especially after the past couple of singles they've put out, which have been like very in your face, these were kind of a disappointment. They were very laid back. They kind of just feel like, tracks that wouldn't be singles on a record, so I didn't think they were bad, because 303 is another band that can't miss. But I just thought that these were like all right at best. Nothing really to write home about. Both of them just, kind of there, kind of hanging out.
See, this is more of a palatable 303 like bundle of songs for me. So that's why these stood out to me, because it's not just kind of like, as you said, in your face. It's something that I can actually like sit down and listen to and not get a headache. Well, so
that's true, yeah. But I've always enjoyed 303 for their like in your face,
for the headache,
almost hyper pop kind of thing, doing the thing so that 100X could run kind of thing, hyper pop before hyper pop was cool.
Yeah.
So, but that's just kind of what I associate with them. So these songs being singles was definitely a little strange to me.
Yeah.
Gojira dropped their last single before their album this Friday, The Chant, and this obviously is called The Chant, but has like that chanting vibe to the entire track, which I thought was cool.
Wow.
Like you
think they named it because of that, Shane?
No, but it's just like, it's because these like metal bands will like name their songs these quirky song titles and then have nothing to do with the track, kind of like what emo bands do, except not as edgy. So it's like when you call the track the chant. And then there's no chant. Like, that's kind of what I was expecting. So there was chanting throughout the entire 5-minute track, and I was entranced for the entire thing.
You were like, oh my God, they did it. They did it.
They did it. They chanted. But I'm excited for this record. It's the first time that, like, I'm listening to Gojira and not getting headache while listening to them. So I'm kind of fucking with it. And the album's going to be long as shit, though. All those tracks have been like 5 minutes long, so buckle in.
I can't wait. Again, somebody in the chat, Liam King, said that the Hot Mulligan album was in spring of 2020.
Yeah, like right before that world shut down, right?
Yeah, and it was right before we started caring.
Yeah.
So Dwayne dropped a new single, Walking to Work, and this might be my favorite thing that Dwayne's dropped. I did like Perfume, but it wasn't my favorite thing that he's dropped, but this is amazing. Good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, this was very good. We missed it last week, like completely just skipped over it. Like, I just completely forgot it had come out.
Oh my God.
So we're talking about it this week, obviously. And this thing bangs. Like, I cannot wait for what, because like I think he's sitting on a record or something.
Yeah, I mean,
cannot wait for it.
Dwayne just signed with somebody.
Hopeless.
So usually, Hopeless, usually when you sign, you have an album, because you have to pitch stuff to record labels to get on a record label.
Yeah,
so I'm assuming there's something there.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he's sitting on something, and I'm very excited for it, because I mean he's like on the verge of blowing up as well, like going close to Park's level.
It's a little scary.
It's a little scary,
you know?
And he's doing it a lot faster than Parks is.
Yeah,
and I'm not
deserved
even,
though.
And it's not even because like he's friends with Austin. It's because his music is fantastic.
Good, it holds up. Yeah, like, it's not just like, oh, we listen to Dwayne because you went on tour with Parks and buddies with Austin.
That's why he's like,
his music's good.
That's what helped him get on the map and get signed with Hopeless and shit. Like, I'm not saying that that's not part of it, but the reason why he's blowing up is because his music fucking bangs.
Yeah, the reason he hasn't lost momentum yet is because his music's actually good. It's not just because Parksies or whoever listens to him because he's friends with Austin. It's just because his music's good.
Yeah.
And people are noticing, people outside of the Parksies world, they're noticing and like, oh my God, who's Water Parks?
Yeah, he's going to be on Parks' level at some point. It's not going to be off of LP1.
No, I mean,
I think he's going to have a faster increase than Parks did.
Yeah, it's not impossible though. You saw Olivia Rodrigo, how she blew up after the first single. So like, it's possible now for artists and bands to blow up after like their first LP.
Yeah, well, I mean, if he drops the LP and then just absolutely skyrockets, like I wouldn't be surprised, but I think it's going to take this LP and then kind of like starting to push a second one for like an explosion to happen within his camp and everything. But like if he drops debut LP and has 2 million monthly listeners and 100K followers on Twitter, like I wouldn't be shocked at all. So, or like
Dwayne World Domination
drops one on Hopeless. Hopeless helped Parks push their album a lot. They help a lot with promotion. They're one of the better labels when it comes to promotion. So you drop a record on Hopeless, move up to something slightly bigger. They push the album more, you grow more, kind of thing. So it's going to happen. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah.
And then for the last thing we got to talk about, it's a very pathetic way to end. Against the Current dropped an acoustic single of their single Weapons, and it's an acoustic track.
It's an acoustic track. What else do you want us to say?
Another Fueled by Ramen band that's prepping for a release. I think most of the bands on Fueled by Ramen have albums coming this year.
Wow, so it's a money-making year for Fueled by Ramen.
Yeah, because they got 21 Pilots. They got Against the Current. They're gonna have Panic at the Disco. They're gonna have Fall Out Boy. They're gonna have Paramore. Meet Me at the Altar is gonna have something out before the end of the year.
I can't wait for their stuff because you know it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah. So there's releases coming, big releases.
Ooh, can't wait. I'm so. What if Brendan drops a metal album and it's good?
He's not going to.
He's not going to.
So you can follow us on Twitter. It's _noise_cast. Follow us so that we can scream more about Parks Notices. Instagram is Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. YouTube is Good Noise Podcast. Every single streaming platform ever is Good Noise Podcast. Twitch is Good Noise Podcast. Follow or subscribe to us over there. Every little bit helps. We got a Bandcamp. it's goodnoiserecords.bandcamp.com. We got a little something dropping probably later this week. We don't fucking know. We don't have cover art for it yet.
Oh shoot, I forgot about that, and you told me about that today.
I told you about that at like 3 o'clock.
Homie,
it's fine.
I'll
type it out because we got a bunch of stuff we got to talk about. That's just number one on the list. And then we got a Patreon. It's patreon.com/goodnoisepodcast. Its tier starts at $1. It's pay what you want. You can pay $4.20. You can pay $69 or
that'd be cool.
$6.9 if you want to be funny and not spend $69 on the shitty podcast every month.
That'd be cool too.
Or just $1 because every penny helps. Make a logo that it doesn't look like a My Chem ripoff. So when we interviewed Gerard Way,
I like that.
And he looks at the logo and goes, "Cease and desist letter coming your way." We won't have that happen by the time we interview Gerard Way. Lori's got your important plugs in the Patreon peeps, and then we'll sign off with a bitch joke or something.
Patreon supporters, my uncle, my brother, Matt from Pulses, and Eric. Thank you, everybody who is giving us money. Oh my god, so much stuff has happened this week. Remember when it was like 2 shootings in like one day, and then there was another one to cap off the day, and I was just like, I'm tired. I can't. There's too much happening. I don't even know what to talk about. Oh, it's 2 years of me. Ugh. Me,
that's not the plug.
Yeah, no, sorry. I'm looking on Twitter to see what's happening. I know something like really big and really horrible happened, and I'm trying to remember, but it's been such a long day. Just be a good person, really. Like, that's all it comes down to, in my opinion. Just being good, and being nice to people who maybe don't deserve it, but it goes a long way, I think. Yeah, wear your mask, get your vaccine. There's light at the end of the tunnel. I was looking at like statistics because there was a whole like tweet thing happening on the government officials were like tweeting the statistics of like their sections and their states and whatever. And it looked really good. So because everybody's getting vaccinated. So please get your vaccines if you can, and wear your mask if you cannot at the time. Yeah, Black Lives Matter, stop Asian hate, donate to GoFundMe's if you can, and that's all I gotta say, I think.
Good plugs. My plug is also wear your mask and get the vaccine because my state opened up more today. I only retweeted the stuff about venues, but there was a big opening today. I'm just excited about the venue stuff, and there's going to be more before Memorial Day or after Memorial Day. I don't know. I want to go to concerts this summer, so let's make that happen, please. Thank you. No piss joke for today. I have been Shane.
I have been Glory.
And we have been the Good Noise Podcast. Next week, I promise we will not clickbait you with water parks. Maybe, if we remember. Okay, goodbye.
Bye.